Welcome to the breakdown featuring The Patriarch by James E. Laws Jr. Ross and his brother-in-law Bernard froze as a shot rang out through the woods. The fishing on the lake had been good, and they made their way back to Ross's truck, keeping their distance from the scattered cabins owned by a few of the community's well-to-do white citizens. Colored folks in Virginia always had to be on the lookout for Klansmen. Sounded like it came from over yonder. Ross pointed east. Probably somebody shooting at a snake or a possum. A ruckus of voices floated in their direction. Sounds like somebody might need help. Bernard headed in the direction of the noise, his two fishing poles and a line with catfish, suckers, and perch dangling. Bernard! Royce's voice seeped of caution. We shouldn't get mixed up with white folks' mess. If it is something, they'll try to blame us. We'll keep our distance, but if somebody needs help, we should at least try. Ross reluctantly increased his pace to catch up with him. The closer they got to the cabin, the louder the ruckus. A woman's high-pitched screams echoed around them. Oh my God! Oh dear God! You've killed her! Heavy sobs followed. Get her the hell out of here! A man's voice bellowed. How did this happen? He moaned. The cabin door opened. Ross and Bernard stepped behind some trees. A hysterical white woman was ushered out of the cabin by a colored woman. I'll make you pay for this, you no-good bastard! The woman screamed toward the cabin door. Murderer! Murderer! As God is my witness, I'll make you pay. Ross? Bernard looked bewildered. Is that Tilly putting that woman in the car? Ross blinked and focused. It sure is. What the hell is she doing out here with these folks? Tilly managed to get the woman in the passenger seat, where she slumped over sobbing. She scurried around the car, got in, and drove off. The sobbing white woman still vowing, I'm going to make him pay for this. That was just a snippet from this book. So now, let's get into it. The setting is a small town in Virginia, and the year is 1959. A young black woman is raped by a member of a prominent white family. This leads to a spiral of events that will not only engage the reader, but educate as well. After a tragic accident, Ross has taken on the role of the family patriarch. Moving into a new home? Call Ross. Need a ride into town? Call Uncle Ross. Need a couple of dollars for your pocket? Just ask Uncle Ross. He was determined to protect his family from anyone and anything by any means necessary. I'm so glad he finally found happiness. While mourning her husband, Clara makes plenty of sacrifices for her two daughters, Clara and Lena. Even though they were close, they envied the other's life until they didn't. Camille proved there is light at the end of the tunnel. I was so happy for her. Irene was the bougie aunt of every young woman's dreams. Successful, supportive aunt that was never too far from her spirits. Y'all know about them spirits, right? I felt like she drank to hide her secrets because, we all try to, or I'll say many people, try to hide behind their pain. Some use drugs, some use alcohol, and in this case, it was alcohol. We've seen it time and time again. Now, this book was really an easy read for me, and that's mainly because I love historical fiction, and this was also a new author for me, but one I'm so glad that was introduced to me. Now, it was loaded with heavy content, which included rape, racism, and homophobia. The twins served as comic relief, but I definitely recommend this book to anyone who would like to know more about our history, because it's included in this book.